So we are going to start with the tier list. We are doing Bloodborne bosses. We have just finished Bloodborne, so I feel ready to rate them. We're going to do S for like the best tier, A for still really good, B for decent, C for meh, and D for bad. Now let's review these horrifying creatures that haunt my dreams. Snaps Mario Odyssey soundtrack. So I think this has the DLC bosses, and it doesn't have any chalice. Yeah, DLC included no chalice because I hadn't done those, so it makes sense. Okay, we're gonna start. It's in alphabetical order by the looks of it. We're gonna start with Miss Amy G. Dana, Amygdala. I hated this fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I think these might change as we go, because I'm gonna be like, okay, it wasn't as bad as that fight. It wasn't as bad as that fight. But I straight up think that Miss Amy G needs to go on here. What is the ranking? I just explained. S is the best. A is really good. B is still decent. C is meh, and D is bad. Right? I know the colors look a bit confusing, right? Okay, I think Amy G. Dalla, I hated that fight. Agreed. Wait, what is the ranking? Shut up. Amy was a horrible fight because of the camera. Yes, I didn't like being up her ass the whole time. Bloodstarved Beast. See, you guys know. This was my make or break moment, I feel like, with Bloodborne. This fight taught me how to play the game. But also, I absolutely hated every moment of it. Oh, there's an ad, sorry. Maybe you should just subscribe. I feel like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. I feel like these might change over time, but this is just my opinion. Share yours though. I really love to hear. I think that Bloodstarved Beast wasn't quite as bad as Amygdala, but it was still pretty bad. I'm gonna put it there, and then we might come back to it. Celestial Emissary is just like B tier. It's just fine. I feel like that boss was fine. Cleric Beast is also just fine. I feel like Dark Beast Paul, I did that first try. I did this fight first try because I summoned an NPC and everyone on TikTok got really mad at me, and that's really funny, so I'm putting that as an A. Ebritus? I don't even know how to say this. I think this is a cool fight. Okay, I'm gonna put it there. You think Celestial is better than Emissary? This better than Amy? Yeah. That was an okay fight. I did it in 2 goes. Gascoigne? I really liked the Gascoigne fight. I thought it was really good. It was the first fight that I enjoyed. Like, I genuinely love that fight. And I think it's really good. Love that this list is going to tilt all of us. That's why I wanted to do it. I want to piss you off. German? Interesting. We have literally just done this. I feel like he's got some cool moves. Because of the DLC, he just wasn't very hard. And I think that if I hadn't done the DLC, if the DLC didn't exist when I played this, he would have been a lot more difficult because he's very quick. But I still think it's pretty cool. I feel like an A or a B, maybe. It's got to be before Paul. It's better than Paul. That's how we're doing this, okay? If they go in front of here, they're better than this one, and so on. Do you know what I mean? Actually, I'm gonna put Paul down here now. I don't think Paul's that good. Lady Maria, she goes straight up there. Sorry, I think her fight is probably my favorite in the game. Lawrence, ooh, ooh, fucking hate you. Is someone knocking on the door? Lawrence can go down here. Living Failures. You know what? This fight is awful, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad as Lawrence, and it's not as bad as Amygdala. It's not as bad as those, I don't think. But the only thing about this fight was the, what's it called? The things at the end. It's just a bit, you know? I'm gonna put it here. It's the worst boss of the DLC, yes. Ludwig. I can't decide if he's better than Gascoigne for me. Yeah, I think he is. I think Ludwig and Lady Maria are very like this for me. Love them. They were great. Lagarius, actually, I'm sorry. I just didn't really rate this fight. I thought it was just okay. But I think it's better than these, so I'm going to put him here. I think it was just okay. Murgo's Wet Nurse. I don't know. I don't really know about this one. This one is also a meh for me. Murgo's Wet Nurse is just a bit meh. I think it's better than Bloodstarved Beast and Living Failures though. There's nothing really bad about it. It was a bit annoying, but Mikolash, fuck off. Moon Presence. That's the one I just fought, right? I mean, didn't really get to see them for very long. The mechanic, though, of not being able to heal surprised me and made me react differently than I would usually do. I feel like that kept me on my toes a little bit, and I quite like that. It reminded me of, you know, in Demon Souls, when the final boss takes your, like, levels away from you. Is that Demon Souls? Like, it's kind of a similar thing where it's like, oh my god, I didn't expect that. That's kind of an annoying but cool mechanic. It reminds me of that. So I think for that, it's gonna... it's maybe just under Legaris for me. I think it's cool, but I feel like I didn't get to spend enough time with it. So, Orphan of Kos. I think this fight deserves to be quite high up just because of how good the actual fight is. Do I love it? No. Did I love the fight? The first, like, hour? Yes. I actually really did like the fight. I think I'm going to put Orphan of Kos here. I think this is quite weird because no one really likes this fight. I feel like but I feel like I can appreciate how cool it actually is. And, like, the moveset and, like, everything about it is cool. It's annoying, but it's really cool. I don't know. I'm maybe second guessing myself now. I feel like A tier is, I don't know. Rom was eh. Not really sure about Rom. Rom is just Rom. I feel like that goes somewhere in here, like B tier for me. Maybe above Paul. Yeah, I think that feels right for Rom. Rom is just okay. Rom is just, it's okay. Shadows of Yharnam, I beat that first try. Did you beat it? Rox, I beat the whole game. I finished the whole game. I beat 3 bosses and it's done. Rom better than Ebritus? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think much of the Ebritus fight. Or Ebritas? How do you say it? I didn't really think that much to it. I think it's just okay. You're a beast. I know, right? I know, right? Shadows of Yharnam, I beat this first try. So for that and that alone, it goes in A tier. Because that's going to be one of my brags for the rest of my life. Because I think that's amazing of me. I'm sorry. The one Reborn, oof. I didn't like that fight. I think it belongs somewhere here with Bloodstarved Beast for me. I think maybe it's a bit better because it's just a bit of a more interesting fight, but that fight is shit. Vicar Amelia, I also beat this very quickly. Kind of first try as well. So for that alone as well, I'm going to put that up here. The Witch of Hemwick was quite early on, wasn't it? Is the Witch of Hemwick the one where you're in the room and there's 2 witches and you can't really see them and then they keep summoning things? That's the witch one, right? It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I feel like it belongs again somewhere down here. I don't think it's as bad as Living Fit. Maybe here. I don't know. Somewhere in B or C for me. I think this fight is just a bit forgettable. Which I think maybe it goes like after that then. Because these are more memorable. I don't know. I think it's just a bit forgettable for me. I appreciate the tone, the atmosphere of the One Reborn fight, but the fight itself is pretty meh. Yeah. I'm going to have to watch back the VOD on YouTube. I'm happy for you. Thank you. The One Reborn was really unsettling. I didn't like it. Sorry if you can hear the banging on the wall, by the way. Okay. That's my tier list. Witch of Hemwick higher than Amy? Yeah, Amygdala sucked. I hate that fight. So this is my tier list. My S tier bosses for the game. 2 of them are in the DLC. And one of them is very early game. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? I feel like, yeah, Ludwig is an interesting one because it's not my usual fight. Do you know what I mean? If you look at Lady Maria and you look at Gascoigne, and then like say, I don't know, German, I feel like these 3 are the same kind of level of fight. Whereas Ludwig is like not my usual bag, but the cutscene, I feel like the music, the weapon, everything in that fight made that fight just, I can't explain it. I feel like if you know what I mean, that fight is just spectacular. It's so good. It feels like cinematic. It's just amazing. Hi, Elusive. How you doing? If you guys are just coming in, we just finished Bloodborne. So I'm doing some tier lists. So this is my tier list of the bosses of Bloodborne. I'm going to save this. I just downloaded it. Okay, there we go. I think we can go straight into the Demon Souls one if you want. Where is it? Oh. Weird that you can still see that. I'm like moving it and you can still see it. Weird. I'm not trying to poke at your experience, but I think if you'd learned a bit of Lawrence and Amy, I think they would have been higher in the tiers. Yeah, maybe, but also I hate them. And Mikolash is just annoying. He deserves to be the absolute bottom of the barrel. The actual fight is not that bad, but just the actual character of him, so annoying. So annoying. I feel like these are on an annoying scale. This was annoying. This was annoying. Maybe Lawrence deserves to be a bit higher. I don't know. Out of all of these, maybe Lawrence, but I don't know. Mikolash last, nobody disagrees. He's just such a knobhead.